All right, real quick, guys, I'm going to show you how to guarantee profit without doing parlays using sports betting apps such as DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, or any other betting platform with a sportsbook built into it. Doesn't really matter, but you do need to pick two of these applications to use simultaneously. Personally, I use DraftKings and FanDuel. The next step that we want to do is we want to go ahead and pick a game. We want to pick a sport, preferably basketball. We want something with a lot of runs, and by runs, I mean lead changes, like where a team goes on a 7-point spree and then pulls ahead of one team, and then it happens vice versa. We see that all the time in basketball, so that's the ideal sport personally. The next thing that we want to do is we want to pick a game that looks very tight. So if we're doing basketball, we want it to be within 3.5 points or less. So we always want to go with the underdog for the initial bet. What we want to do before we do that initial bet is we want to watch it for about 5 to 7 minutes to make sure that the underdog just doesn't get blown out. But realistically, since there is only a 2-point spread, Vegas is predicting that this should be a relatively close-ish game. Once we established that, we've watched it for about 5 to 7 minutes, we went ahead and select whoever the current underdog is at that point. So then we need to keep watching. We need to watch for another lead change. We need to watch for another run. Once we see that, we are going to switch to our other betting app and we are going to pick the new underdog. We do this, what we want to make sure is that each of our bets are plus odds. In other words, when we made that initial bet to start with, that should have been plus 120. So put $100 on that initial underdog bet at plus 120. If we win, we get paid out $220. So once that switches over and there's a new underdog, we switch to that other app, we bet $100 on the new underdog. And let's say the odds had switched over to plus 130. At that point, we're getting paid $230 if that team wins. Either way, now we have bets that are plus money. So whichever team wins, we're going to net either $20 or $30 profit. Now it's very key in this instance that we use the same unit value. So you'll see that in this example, I used $100 for easy math, same unit value. Worth noting, you're not going to get rich off betting $100 on these sort of bets. You would have to increase your monetary value in order to get a higher profit margin. However, if you do this method consistently, you can still build up a bankroll over time because there is almost zero risk with this concept. The only possibility is just really poor timing. If your initial bet, say for instance, you bet on that underdog and then that underdog just never catches up and reverses the lead, that would be very unfortunate. But otherwise, this is almost a foolproof plan and is very simple to do, so check it out.